You know, if you respect someone for even just being able to talk to you, you turn the other cheek. You're like, well, you can't hurt me that much, can you? By fucking slapping in my face, by spitting your garbage. I can withstand that. It's gonna be funny, bro. It's gonna be entertaining. But you can't give the other cheek to a person who is, well, heartless, who doesn't actually care about you, you know, who's not gonna, like, who's just gonna forget the experience even existed. By the way, Weekend was heartless for like a month and a half. And then he made the best song in his lifetime, basically, Blinding Lights. I don't think he made it a better song than this. It's not the most popular, maybe. It's kind of confusing. Yeah, it's like what? It's in top 8, but like technically it's the best recent song, but it's still not it. Save Your Tears apparently is the best song, which is fucking stupid. Uh, anyways, just a quick proof that people are heartless. They don't even know what the best thing is. So yeah, we kind of have a definition basically of a person trying to upload a song called Heartless, and they declare themselves as heartless. Cause I'm heartless and I'm, but that didn't last very long, so it's kind of interesting. And then he says in the next song is like, "Show me how to love" or whatever. I've been on my own for long enough. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. See? Maybe. So yeah, we're gonna slowly accelerate into this concept of heartlessness, and it's pretty fucking painful. The best place to start is obviously The Matrix. And there's the obvious one where the survival matrix, the 3S matrix. Not sure if I did that way. But this means special. This simply means money at this point. And this means survival. And this means that my mouse is still not upgraded. And I'm living an uncomfortable life on purpose, apparently. Well, if you have a heart, you will notice that, well, this is a very wrong thing to do, to have technology that doesn't work. Like, you want to surround yourself with the best equipment there is, and you want to do the most things possible right now. Because kind of like life is tough and you need all the experience you can get. You don't want the experience where you just give up on life. Because that's, you know, that's gonna destroy you basically. Now, heartlessness, there's a lot of ways to destroy your heart and block your heart. There's obviously a cake to be baked. And if you know what cake is where I have 4 components. And you can block your heart with 4 components, unfortunately. So we're gonna bake one of those cakes as well. Before we do that, no, it's not a Windows logo, bro. This is it's much more powerful than that. All right, Windows logo now looks like a bunch of white squares. All right, now I have black and white privilege, basically. In terms of design choices, apparently. So that's also heartlessness. the colors just kind of fade away because like we don't know what to do with colors necessarily. They're not that meaningful, right now. But it's like, what's stopping you from making meaning out of colors then? What's stopping you? Brain cells? Not enough brain cells? Well, I found enough brain cells, but I don't seem to like connect with people. So I'm like, oh, what's going on, right? If you can't connect with people at all, literally at all, no one even like sends me a message, a DM of like just just something. Just someone I know sends me a DM saying something. I don't need a compliment. I just want the silence to be broken in a respectful manner. You know, not like this. Not like whatever the fuck this guy did. You know. Uh he throws offensive terms and I'm like, well, we're gonna have to talk. All right, we're gonna have to talk about it. And if you don't talk about it, you're gonna get banned. Potentially. Right? No. No, you're just gonna be tucked away back into the corner. And I'm gonna give you, your Hall of Fame moment. That's all I'm gonna do. But this guy asked for more. This guy redirected the offensive terms directly to me, which was the whole fucking point the whole time. It was a little bit too difficult to break the silence directly at me, so let's fucking make some jokes that don't really fucking make any sense. And yeah. It's almost like people want to find friends for their heartless behavior, right? They need a support system. They hate me for some reason, right? Like there's no reason to hate me. I haven't done anything, to them specifically. On the internet, you have the freedom to just like undo what anyone has done to you. You can destroy their reputation, but you have to like actually put effort and say a respectful thing towards what you have done. You have to put effort and link me to like the shrine of like how much you hate a Gurunext, basically. How much you hate me. Just build a shrine. Painting me as a fucking evil devil, bro. That's how you do it. Heartful behavior. To avoid heartlessness, you have to just simply fucking adopt a simple principle. And appreciate effort. I've repeated this thing so many times. When you do something, world changes. But if you do nothing, the blame is on you. Like the simple question of like, have you done anything to deserve, another cheek from me? Have you done is there anything I can respect about you, basically? That's what silence does. The silence just destroys everything you are. And I get to forget about who you are. I don't care anymore. Because you didn't care about yourself. You didn't fucking wave at me. And all of a sudden, someone fucking breaks silence in the most disgusting way. So I'm like, I'll click on that, bro. I'll fucking click on that. And it just exploded. And this guy's young, bro. Like, he's still gonna fucking lose the internet. He's gonna lose access to the nice things in life. And then he will realize that the shit that you fucking do on the internet kind of like matters, right? It's kind of like you build memory on that shit. So, but he picked up like, oh, pandemic happened. That's my identity right now, and I'll put a mask on for the rest of my life. So I'm like, damn, bro. I mean, you got to be pretty heartless to adopt the that one thing that people really don't like, like, just, I don't understand people like that. Like, how do these people exist? How do they adopt the worst things? But it's just like a breaking mentality, just like throw away the heart mentality of like, I don't have to like survive in good ways. I can survive in all the bad ways, right? I can become a predator. That's a choice. There's predator inside of NPC. All right, it's straight in the middle. That P thing. Yeah, the penis thing, bro. There's sexual predators. There's people just want to feel good, but they just kind of collapse onto themselves. We already talked about NPCs, but now we know what the middle fucking part stands for. What is a predator, my friends? Well, some people are so delusional, they think they can fucking smell fear through computer screen. They're like surrounded by fear and they just like, they know that it's a thing and it's like, you can smell it. And so some people like fucking cave on that as well. In real life, I literally like come up to a cashier and they're talking about a smell, bro. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? In front of my face. And I'm like, shit, it confirms my beliefs. That's all the fucking people have to talk about anymore. They're not social anymore. The only thing that enters their system is smell. They should be fucking very happy about it. But not in a predatory way, They shouldn't be happy in a predatory way because you're not gonna fucking do anything. You're not gonna see anything, bro. You're not gonna even use fear as your benefit, bro. You're gonna just see it in front of your face. You're gonna face someone else's fear and be able to do nothing about it. That is, I'm not gonna lie, this is the most shameful thing that can happen in your life. You smell fear, you identify fear, and you do nothing about it. That is fucking pathetic, bro. Holy shit. Because you just gotta say something. Are you okay, bro? Is everything okay? Do you want to talk about something? You don't have to talk about it in the moment. You just have to offer the fucking thing. You don't know what's gonna happen. You just have to offer. Or you can fucking attack. I don't know. The fearful person is gonna run away and be like, oh my god, there's a crazy person trying to attack me. I don't know, bro. But you gotta do something. If you care so fucking much to even like talk about some bullshit thing that's invisible, by the way. The smell is invisible and just very difficult to fucking connect over that. Just use human connection to connect over fucking smells, bro. The moment we start doing that, the world is fucking heartless. There's nothing to it, bro. There's one good indication. When we start connecting over invisible things, the word is heartless. I would love that. I would love the world to be Hearthstone, actually. That would be way better. Way better storyline. I'm not gonna lie. Probably N stands for nobody. And C stands for carelessness. Or nobody cares. Yeah, we live in the world of NPCs, but the main feature of NPCs being heartless is giving up on the fact that you will ever have a heart because that's where it is. All right. You can block it in 4 ways. You have to actually put effort. That person, what he did, he wanted to justify his heartlessness. He wanted to justify his NPC choices and, paint me as a villain. Just see what fucking happens, right? But he's not a villain. He's not insane. We gotta like phrase that very carefully on Twitter. You know, I exist on Twitter with a mask on, so I'm like not insane. I have a fucking weird username. I'm not insane because you know, luckily someone's gonna make a video about me of how insane I was on the internet. So like, you get a second chance. You know, you fall down into the real world, hopefully, and you get a chance to like redeem yourself. You get a chance to like start fresh, you know, like turn off your devices and like start fresh, because people like that are going to be like very successful regardless, right? People who like tame real life to some extent, who use the skills that they have got from the internet. For me, I'm like, fuck it, let's break the internet. Internet is going to give me everything I want. I'm not going to give up. I'm gonna hang on, because there ain't nobody that can defeat me, bro. Also, I'm like super tiny, so like, who's gonna kick me out from the internet, bro? I'm tiny. It doesn't matter how many things I upload. Why would you care, right? Why would you care so much? Whether I upload a lot of things, people don't care. They don't subscribe to my channel, so let's just fucking move on, you know? Move on to some bigger dude that probably doesn't deserve to be on the platform. You know, because I might be emitting problematic content, but at least I'm trying to like keep my sanity. You know, I'm trying to be a human being. You know, maybe my content is problematic, but it's nothing to complain about. Because I'm already doing that, all right? This is already, like, half of the content is just me ranting alone, you know? So, like, I'm pretty fucking small when it comes to, like, impact to internet as a whole. You're not gonna hunt me down and feel good about it. You're not gonna try and attack me and, like, succeed in doing any damage to my life. Because I'm disconnected, you know. I'm on the internet, but I'm like completely disconnected. This runs without the internet, my friends. I'll give this little shit a piece of cake, basically. All right. So, interesting, right? I have my software. I have things I can do, and it's all offline. Like no one's gonna stop me from being a better person, even if the worldwide web just kind of falls apart. You know, something gets entangled in there, and it's like, well, the spider didn't fucking need a web anymore. They caught the supervillain or whatever. Like, I don't know. Maybe a web is gonna shut down. And I'm like, keep entertaining that idea. Because it's very entertaining, to be honest. To understand that most people cannot operate properly in a positive manner on the internet. It takes a lot of fucking skill and dedication. But a good place to start is like doing something that is not like negative and disrespectful. That's a pretty good place to start. You know, even attacking someone's ideas is incredibly disrespectful, you know, but at least like you said something. It's incredibly disrespectful. It's like, tell me what your idea is, you know. Don't attack my ideas. You don't need to do that. That's just a vomit. A child can do that. You know, a child can say anything in response to my idea. You have to actually like give opinion, give a little bit of context, exist as a response to my response and all that shit. Like, you're not gonna get away with that shit. So, all right. My entire existence is tiny, and I can totally live offline. with the computer still. See, the funny thing is, like, I love the internet, but computer is still the superior, subject in this position. You can take everything away from me in terms of social things that people provide. Like, people might not want to provide good content anymore. They might want to set up traps and like become predators themselves and try to use like internet for that sort of like garbage, basically. Because that's where heartlessness leads. Heartlessness leads to like more problems that cannot be solved, and even sucks in even more people. It spreads like a disease. Like government was probably able to like detect. Like, you must understand, COVID is not a thing. It's a myth. But government had to create something, because I'm gonna show you what's going on. Government is like an edgy institution, right? It just kind of like circles around the edge. Doesn't want to get in the way of like social things and all that stuff. They are pretty fine. Like, they have so much equipment. They have war technology, basically. They're pretty safe, like, outside. Dealing with like the devil himself. Like, you go out, step outside, like actually outside, you die, basically. There's no chance. All right, but government can like stay pretty close. The moment society gets corrupted, they start to push government out into the edge. They start blockading their circulation and all that shit, and the government gets pretty fucking upset. Like, we're edgy, but we don't have anywhere else to go, so they just come up with some stupid fucking reason of like, well, it's COVID, guys. Stay in your homes. Stop wandering around and wasting your fucking time outside. It's pointless, bro. Respect the internet, but also like respect just like what are you gonna do without being able to go outside? It's just like you had to learn respect during COVID and all that shit. Just like you have to learn respect to just general food because everything is becoming more expensive. Except, marketplaces will still have to sell things at proper value that people are willing to buy with. Like, they can like mark up the prices. The shops can do that because they're too convenient. They can stab themselves in the back without feeling immediate damage. But right now, everyone is cranking profits. And we're past those two eras, basically, of like 4 years of corruption. And it's not going to stop there, because, like, why not? Why not continue the thing that's just simply is going on? We're falling down. And only heartless people are enjoying this somehow. Only heartless people can even just be silent about it and do absolutely nothing about it, just to make me feel like we all appreciate the facts, what's going on. We appreciate what's going on, at least. It's not completely empty and void. Some people are able to like keep up with the nonsense and see what's going on. Maybe they don't see the big picture. Maybe it takes a lot of brain power to do that, but slowly things get corrupted, basically. And businesses now notice that shit, that they're getting corrupted. Like, somehow, somewhere, like, we're greedy, but what the fuck are you guys gonna do with the money anymore? Because it's pretty nice to also like have reputation and all that stuff, to have users use your stuff that took a long time to like program and build together, and maybe that skill is just like fading away. Maybe programming is not that fucking easy anymore. Despite having like ChatGPT under your belt, maybe that shit's not easy. Maybe there's less and less skilled workers to go around, because everyone is just like trying to survive and do real jobs that actually pay. So they're not gonna be educating themselves with how to fucking do programming. 'Cause that doesn't pay, my friends. Alright? That's a suicide. If you fucking fall in love with a computer nowadays, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You can fall in love with, like, influencer stuff, which is why I, like, switched priorities very quickly when I realized I'm like, there's nothing better to do than improve myself, than at least, like, say things out loud so, like, they stick around and get improved while I say them. It's, like, very entertaining. I say things out loud and they get to be improved that way. And you get to see the progress of, like, where was I? What am I discovering? What am I looking for? Using the matrices and all that shit. And so, yeah, we're gonna sit here for 2 hours. That's the bullshit episode. And figure out what the fuck we do about this whole system. Now, I'll tell you a very simple thing. Yeah, you gotta use your brain to be able to survive. Use your brain, like, build principles that lead you forward. Listen to people who are smarter. If you're gonna be disrespectful to me, I have one thing to say to you. You pretty much lose all the reputation. Like, to be banned means that you just have no good intentions, like zero good intentions. I normally, like, can talk to a person. I have plenty of time to talk. I don't care how many bad intentions you have. I will try and stop you, you know. It's still entertaining to me, personally, because no one wants to fucking talk to me. But I'll take it, you know. If you approach me out of nowhere, you're doing something. But he didn't want to talk to me. He wanted to talk to someone else who might agree that I'm, like, a bad person and just want to, like, solidate that. Like, they need a support system just to paint me as a supervillain, you know, like, they need a support system for that. It's like, what the fuck are you looking for? What are you building? What's the point? Under my nose as well. What the fuck's the point? And it's beyond that, beyond the circle of where I exist, there's nothing. You go beyond the border of, like, you clicked one button, you inside my Discord, that's great. You outside my Discord, no one talks about me, don't worry about it. You know, you're not gonna find friends because of me being evil. Like, that's fucking stupid, bro. Alright? There's a lot of people who press the dislike button, you're not gonna find them. Alright? Even if they exist somewhere, I scrape them off the internet. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. Getting banned, pretty fucking shameful. A YouTuber would never be able to recover from this shit. Because, I'm not heartless. I can detect other people's hearts and destroy them. You know. Because some people don't fucking deserve that shit. I try to maintain it, try to grow it. And if it doesn't grow, if it's corrupted, the best thing to do is just to press the reset button. Please try again, my friend. There's no harm being done to this guy. Again, he's like 19. So, through his admission, maybe he's a fucking baby. I don't know, bro. Who just picked up the most offensive words you could possibly find in the world. And he's like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'll take one of those. And it's like, what the fuck are you going to do with that? Right? You're not going to achieve anything by being offensive on the internet. By getting banned. That's just not the most effective, like, life purpose. Because you're not going to get passion out of getting banned. You're just getting kicked out. Your ass kicked. You're going to be passionate about that when it's such a waste? When you're not actually getting anything out of it? You have nothing to look forward to? Yeah. Unfortunate. So you gotta use your brain, bro. You gotta listen to smarter people. You're not gonna have access to the heart. There's no access to the heart if you are still a zombie. A zombie wandering around is like brains. Brains, I've lost my brains. At least zombie is like a cute little fucking pet animal compared to heartless NPCs who don't know they're gonna be zombies one day. Don't know that the zombie apocalypse is like around the corner or is taking effect right now and it's amplifying. It's stacking up, you know, and exposing every single heartless individual basically who's going to be challenged of like, do you really want to be a zombie? Do you really want to just walk around and look for brains? Look, because you're just going to destroy the only thing you have, the only chance you have to like connect with life itself. You're going to sacrifice your brain. I'll give you an example. You know, sex can do that. There's a lot of, you know, sex workers basically who just, you don't sacrifice just your hearts with sex. Like people, the sex workers like already know that they're not going to fucking spend time with people that give pleasure to them, so to speak. They're not going to fucking worry about those kind of people. All right. They're not going to make high quality memories with that shit. Who cares, right? I'm just getting fucked on camera and everyone likes that. Very nice. But if you start turning off your brain for it, if you work very hard for just, you know, to remain rich as a sex worker, which is just very shameful as well. Eventually, you're just going to be treated as a doll, as a, like a brainless idiot, as like someone who can be free used, which is like a very sexy thing. But the more sexy something is, on the internet that is that much more dangerous, you know. For me, like zoo is sexy. And you don't want to fucking type in zoo sex anytime soon. Anytime soon, actually. It's pretty exciting stuff, you know. Jailbait was a thing that was scraped off the internet. Pretty fucking sexy to me, you know. But the sexier things get, the crazier they get, bro. The crazier. Eventually, like, licking off dead bodies and stuff. Still pretty fucking sexy, bro. You can't deny it, but you probably don't want to fucking watch it to not ruin your brain. I'm just saying, like, you have to at least understand how this works to be able to move forward. To some extent, you have to understand it. All right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to achieve anything. Bro, I have seen people who don't do shit. I'm not saying they're brain dead, though. You know, because, well, not doing anything is silence. I don't know how to treat that. But they seem to be like normal, right? They might be silent around me, and I understand, like, they have no capacity to like say anything powerful anyways, and they probably live their life in shame, and that's fine. All right? At least they understand something about something. To open your heart, you have to move one step forward and start understanding what like money is about, because that's also like a link to the heart. And then there's a whole fucking bridge basically being built. The heart considers win-win technology as the highest level technology there is, bro. Anything that gives you a win-win, like that's the only like building block of reality itself. You can't fucking go beyond that shit. For this is the rock bottom. This is what you hit, the realization that you hit, and that's your rock bottom. Like you hit it. You figured it out, how life works. Because you just heard win-win and figure out what it means. Figure out that, like, both sides win for making transactions, for interacting with each other. How do we do that? How do we make it happen more often? Well, that's probably the next step. Because again, this shit doesn't require that much effort. And people who put too much effort are just going to be just successful by default. But I have to diversify my effort as well. You know, I have to put effort in the nice places. I have to be nice to myself and everyone around me and all that shit. I have to be positive. I can't just withdraw and just be greedy and stuff. It's just that simple. Because I've learned the win-win situations. What did I learn here? Well, principles, bro. You don't even, like, learn the definition of principles. Yeah, but, like, the first thing, like, to learn is, like, positivity. Like, you're not gonna grow hard. You're not even gonna discover win-win situations if you're not, like, positive about stuff. Like, way back in the day, I even, like, created Positeam. That was, like, the name of stuff. I was trying to, like, without positivity, you're not gonna, like, do anything. There's no point in life. That's also, like, the point. You know, just P with a point. No, not that one. P with a not caring attitude. All the way across, bro. So, in this Heart with Wings, you can open your heart, but you have to start discovering win-win situations. And it's always, like, gonna be complicated because the world defines the rest, the stepping stones. You have to follow where the world leads you. You have to use the world's material, at least, to figure things out. So I'm like, well, I discovered YouTube Rewinds. And just YouTube as a platform itself, I discovered you kind of need a job for this shit to work. And money's not the only resource, basically. Because what Andrew Tate shows up and says, like, well, someone's gonna win and someone's gonna lose. And it's just like, well, you're yet to learn that that's not how life gets built. You know, in order for life to exist, both parties have to win. Maybe someone wants to lose, but, like, that's, you don't define it that way. Maybe grass wants to be eaten, you know, it doesn't die. But yes, you know, you got to find the juiciest, tastiest grass in the planet to be able to enjoy it. That's the problem you have to solve. A predator is always going to be starving, is always going to be hunting, always going to be sleeping and conserving energy. Like, a predator life is pretty fucking miserable. I'll tell you that much. We can see it for what it is. And a lot of predators can just be easily domesticated into pets. You know. It's just that simple. Because no one wants to, like, be a predator. But they have to regulate the population of, like, creatures that just gonna turn into predators anyway. So someone just goes up front and does it for them. You know, when there's too many bunnies and not a lot of grass to go around, like, some fucking bunny is gonna become rabid and start killing other bunnies. You know, and it's a bloody mess. Like, someone has to be a professional predator about it and chase the bunnies around. And it's like, well, you can't eat here right now. Put a threat in there. Like, nature gives us all the fucking shit we need. There's a lot of win-win stuff in nature alone, you know, or just observing things. You don't have to do much. But you have to appreciate the things that you've learned along the way. Evolving. I have a perfect heart, but I can still grow things. I can still grow my brain and my heart. Like these things don't stop growing. You don't graduate and it's like, well, you finished this game, now you're on to the next game. Now I'm in the guts moment. And it's a very complicated one. And it does sound like God. Guts, God. This is where you fucking face God, discover God. And, you know, take control over, like, reality itself. Because really, reality is just, like, undefined. It's whatever you make of it. And you discover that, like, if you have full control over your heart, you have full control over your perspective in life. And your perspective matters if you have influence. And that's the end of that. People are just going to follow you and do whatever you say if you have the guts for it. If you are able to, like, lead them. If you have the courage to at least now do something whenever you feel like it. What are you going to do? Is it going to be high quality stuff? It's up to you, bro. But it has to be meaningful, you know? So we went from the win-win situation into meaning, you know? The crown. You cannot hold a crown that's meaningless. It's just a burden, then, unfortunately. It's just a job that doesn't actually provide anything. And you're just simply not going to get up here with a fake crown because you have to get resources. Your fake crown is just going to fade away if you're not getting money. This is why YouTubers are desperate for money and resources. Some of them actually hold crowns and they just want to keep that shit altogether. But the problem is there's a lot more pressure every single day. You know, there's a lot more competition every single day, and it's very difficult to hold a crown in an unstable environment. You have to build a stable environment. And it is difficult for me. Like, I probably should take a break and just consider a lot of things. But, like, this is awesome. We done work. I taken the gut. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. That's the whole point. You have to press record. You have to, like, figure out what that courageous, little courageous thing you can do and just, like, commit. And sometimes you gotta be courageous to, like, let things go. Because it's not positive enough for you to even care. Consider it. Because it takes too much fucking energy out of you. People could set things up so it's convenient. If they make things inconvenient, something else is gonna be very convenient. You know, I'll sharpen the knives for it. Something's gonna fucking show up with a clear neck problem. You know, too much neck. There's too much neck connecting head with the rest of the body. There's too much. You know, we gotta cut it in half. Unfortunately, it's not a very positive thing to do. But I, you know, sugarcoated and made it very fun to say, you know, without offending anyone. That's how you have to do it. You gotta still have to say the fucking garbage thing, but in a positive way, in a creative way. And it's like, oh, that's how Penguin does it, you know? Everyone picks up, like, their superpowers, but they don't have enough guts to do sanity content. And that's probably gonna bite them in the ass. What is sanity content? We're gonna leave the guts problem, by the way. The only thing we care about right now is the heart. And it's surrounded by things, and it's meaningful to talk about both sides. But let's just talk about sanity content. All right. What is sanity content? I answered this question, but I can keep on answering with a different perspective. You have to have guts for that too. You know, first of all, people will start asking questions of like, is everything okay? Like, they will see oddities in your content. They will ask for things, and they will see an oddity there of like a simple oddity. A simple example is iDubbbz's apology. All right, it's like that's pretty fucking odd for most people. Like, we didn't wait there for an apology of like, well, you know what the worst content on YouTube was? Fucking Content Cop. You know, that was like the worst content. It was literally just aiming to be the worst content on YouTube because it said it's Content Cop, so it's gonna like try to make content better, try to like squeeze criticism. A smart person is gonna like squeeze criticism and dump it onto someone else to work on, and maybe the platform will improve. So, oh, that was like the worst content imaginable on the platform. That's a fucking big question mark. What the fuck happened? You know, what happened to you? All right. And now if you cannot answer this question in a way that like you still hold a crown, you still like, oh, I actually do want to be a content cop. Apologies. You pick up back your crown and you're still proud of it. Because, okay, the other question you can ask is like, what else are you going to be doing that's just as important, you know, that you can actually be proud of? And you just keep asking questions until you realize maybe they cannot hold a crown anymore. Maybe their heart is broken. Maybe something's going on and not working out anymore. You know, and women can be to blame as well. Like, relationships are also a big question mark. Is everything okay in your relationships? Because people are supposed to be win-win. People are not supposed to connect in a losing manner, right? If you're with someone, they have to give you value. They're not supposed to take that away from you. They're not supposed to ruin your reputation, you know. So this is a complicated matter, bro. But this is how you start asking questions. If someone is holding a crown, you have to ask, is it real? Are they doing a good job? Or are they just disappearing and withering away and apologizing for something that makes absolutely no sense to apologize for? You know. But that's just shame pouring out. Something that makes no sense and deserves to be questioned. Because it's very easy for influencers, for YouTubers to get all this money, and it's pretty much fake. Like, YouTube was not evolved to give you crowns, though. So the moment you buy up a crown, it's very difficult to hold one. I was able to buy one instantly. YouTube upgraded, you know, YouTube showed me the rewind. I bought the crown instantly. Poof! You know, picked it up from the ground, just like in PewDiePie in YouTube Rewind 2013. He just picks it up and puts it down. And it's like, that was too heavy for me. Anyone else wants it? You know, I'll be the most subscribed. Maybe Mr. B is going to be most popular, but I'll pick up that fucking Rewinds off the ground. I'm on that shit. So yeah. I'll hold my crown. I'm proud. It's very difficult, though. Very fucking difficult job. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make something happen. I'm working pretty intensely. Alright, guys? On that shit. But it hurts when someone steps in the worst possible time, no nut November, and shows their nuts, you know? Welcome. Your nuts are not welcome, though. Alright? Well, don't show me your nuts. You are nuts to, like, prevent your body from, like, doing its functions. As if it's who's gonna do it for you, though? Like, if your body wants to release stress or whatever is building up in the fucking downstairs, downstairs area, whatever is building up is like you gotta release it, apparently, and it feels good to do that. Your body rewards you with dopamine, and everyone on the internet is like, no nutting is a challenge you have to take. You must not be addicted to dopamine. You must not listen to your brain anymore. Like, there's so much, and we discussed that. It's bullshit. This makes no fucking sense, right? Your body itself, the only thing that keeps you alive, is telling you that it's a good thing. You did a good thing. You did a good job. It's trying to reward you as best as it can. It's like you release that energy is pretty hard to do, because the downstairs area is not under your control. To be able to release that energy, you have to like rely on other people. You have to open your heart. You have to look up to more than like sex workers. You have to like find actually attractive people and attract yourself to those people to be able to release that energy. So this is why there's two offensive words, not just schizo bro, or whatever. Shizo bro. I mean, you gotta be pretty fucking shizo to say the word shizo bro. Why? Because it has all these silent letters. But does the word mean anything? Because now there's already a question mark of like, do you even understand what the fuck that word means? Because it's like beyond crazy. It's slightly beyond crazy. And can something be beyond crazy, though? And like, you're trying to turn the word crazy into something like really negative. Like, really trying. But now it's becoming meaningless. Of like, well, a person has to like talk to himself, and that's like a shizo move, bro. And it's like, no, that works. Talking to yourself is pretty fucking productive, not gonna lie. You're doing something. The only shizo thing is to just say the word out loud, to be honest. Alright? In a disrespectful way. It's the only more crazy thing than just being crazy is to spread your disease. Spread your nuts. Especially on the special time of year when you're not supposed to fucking do that. Alright? No, not November is a relationship thing. You can keep it to yourself. You can masturbate in your privacy. Don't fucking, brag about it. Unless you're like me and you want to brag about everything because nothing else good happens in your life, so fuck it. I'll brag about it anyways. Alright? Because people still have to know. Like, I have to educate people 24/7. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, these concepts, these seasons are established to educate you. So if I'm educating you, I can tell any story at any moment. I can go back in time and to teleport to a different season where anything is allowed. I can break rules, basically, for the sake of education. Just to bring you the thing that you need to consider. If you don't consider it, if you don't respect it, I'll move on. No problem. I'm not going to waste my resources on you. There's not a lot of resources to go around. All right? When it comes to, like, reality. That's the thing that you have to, like, consider most importantly. Yeah, you Heartless, and you straight up going into casino, and then the next thing you do is, like, run away. Yeah. Run away with the fastest car imaginable, right? That's the whole plot twist. He enters a casino-looking fucking area here. Slot machines everywhere. And it was like, I'm Heartless. I own this place. But, you're just gonna waste yourself, and you're gonna be like, uh-oh, I'm running out of stuff. You know, if you're heartless, you will not have resources, not be able to hold them. You don't have a safe zone for your resources to accumulate anymore. You know, your dirt house just has been invaded by zombies. You know, please give us brain. Give us brain. Because you don't want to, like, be nice to people. Give your brain to me. If you're nice, you're safe. Right? If you're positive, you're safe. Like, people around you will feel safe. You can trust them and all that shit. You can be paranoid if you want. But paranoia is just gonna, like, reinforce your safety. By all means necessary. Like, you really respect that. So you can call me schizo and paranoid, and that's just the way that I fucking graduated. Eat my ass. Alright? Eat my ass. You can call me out for how I graduated, but how will you do it? You know, how will you cross the borders properly, you know, and not lose your crown? It just this might sink in the toilet. It's just traveling into the toilet. To where it's gonna travel, you know, to different locations than just being your fucking home. No more crown for you. You have to build something meaningful. You have to understand meaning in general. It's not that difficult. Unless you're consumed by other stupid, heartless things. Now, probably have to transition somewhere, somehow. Like, what do I want to do for hour number 2? Do I want to stop the video? I have to care about myself. I have to care about my energy. I don't want to waste all of that shit on people who's not listening to me. But if you listen to me this whole hour, I mean, that's pretty good. We can do, you know, a very satisfying thing is going to be just building this cake. All right? And I called it cake, and I'm like, everything is working out for me. Why? The funny thing is, the harder life is, the less effort you have to put to improve. Right? Life already gives you so much challenge. What the you just have to, like, resist the problems that surround you. For me personally. And I didn't even position myself that way. I don't feel there's any escape. The heart is not going to just, like, open up and already tell me what to do. The heart is there just to find the attractive people, find the win-win situations where whatever I feel like doing, I can do that right now. If I want to message a person, I can message them right now. They might shut down my ability to message them anymore, which is pretty fucking heartless. All right? So you have to, like, literally appreciate everyone else who you have been able to message and have not blocked your ass instantaneously. You know, so this is very rare, my friends. It's very rare. And on the opposite side, you have to hunt down the witches who think they know what you want. They know what we're gonna be doing together without really, like, getting that sweet consent about it. You know, maybe you're just wrong. Maybe don't try to push your narrative and your awkwardness onto me or your problems, which you seem to ignore. So you gotta weed out the witches and you have to kick out the bitches, basically. There's no room for that shit. There's no room for people who are trying to make you lose or who are losers themselves. There's no room for that shit. But let me reiterate before we start baking a cake for hour number 2. Slow motion. Because I'm not heartless. I have to prove I can slow down and do something different. Normally, a heartless, to be heartless is to be disconnected from other people. But I'm already in that position. You know, I'm already surrounded by heartless people. And maybe someone is protecting me from them as well. You know, I'm still like, well, I'm not completely disconnected. I feel there's something going on, you know, and I am safe, and I have to appreciate that. But it's not gonna work where I just like watch and react to other people's YouTube videos, because we already did that. I did the only thing. I typed in the Heartless, and it's like, whatever you're gonna give me, YouTube, I will appreciate it. And I appreciated the first video that you get by typing Heartless. I appreciate it. I know this guy. I've checked him out. All right? It takes a little bit of time to do that shit, my friends. Yeah, the witches and bitches, boys. Witches are trying to make you lose by any means. Bitches are the losers. Who just want to get away randomly, and I'm like, you're just trying to ask a question, and it's like, that is very scary and very offensive to ask questions of why do I want to like get away right now. Maybe you murdered someone. I need to know. I need to take your fingerprints. Just to, you know, to show something to police, so like police can like trace back at you. I'm sorry, bro. You can't just be a loser and run away with everything you have. You gotta leave something behind. Just some identity. You know, show your ID. Show your face. Have a full name on display. At least once. To someone. You know. So, you gotta catch them all. These are the Pokemon. The appeared here and disappeared the same fucking way. But you must not forget, because that shit will reappear. They will find that empty space where you just like forgot, and they will like inhabit that experience, and the history will repeat itself, basically. And it sucks. You know, you must be able to predict the future. You have to see in advance of like unattractive people who are gonna turn into witches and bitches. You have to fucking see in advance, or turn them as fast as possible, push them out of the game. Because that's, well, another win-win situation is to deny the lose-win situations. Just deny that shit. So let's build a cake, slowly and surely, of how you break your own heart and how you protect that shit on the opposite spectrum. How do you graduate this thing? Because I can talk about this all day. Again, people said I'm schizo, bro. But hey, that gives me resources. Government is like, well, take my money. You're schizo. Congratulations. I'll take it, bro. Very good. We have basic universal basic income already. It's called welfare. Easy. I didn't even ask for it, bro. It's just the only thing they could fucking offer me at this point, because they're just that, you know, weird. I don't know how to communicate with that sort of, those kind of people anymore. They have been educated, basically. Robo-fucked. NPC-fied, bro. But some people, but they at least like have something. You know, it's like, please don't hurt me. That like sort of like self-defense. Please don't hurt. They will give me resources. Okay, I'll take it. And the last thing they did is they said I'm paranoid. And I'm like, yeah. I like being safe. I like not talking to people when I don't have to, when it's just gonna put me in danger. All right? So thank you for identifying that for me. Very cool. You did. They needed a lot of work to figure that shit out. All right. because they couldn't explain that to me in any way. So they needed a big ass experience, a year-long experience of just ass in my face. And just like, so I never forget those words, man. Yeah. My condition. My condition is double graduation and holding a crown that nobody will like, nobody will actually be able to acknowledge. But that's how you hold a crown. That's how you have the guts for it. You know, no one might want to actually support you. And you'll have to fight for support whenever you can, because it feels pretty fucking good to do it. You know, you fight, you try. You waste your guts because, like, well, I've eaten today. I have extra things I might want to do. Anytime there's activity that I can do, I'll have to take that opportunity. In life, the lesson that you learn that your brain can still handle, if there's anything you can do, anything unique you can do, that's a great opportunity. You gotta fucking take that shit. If there's a unique thing pop up, there's something pop up on your screen of like, hey, play Minecraft with me. I'ma take that fucking opportunity, bro. It can be a baby. It can be a 3-year-old baby asking me to play Minecraft. I'ma fucking take that shit, bro. If it's a unique thing. Obviously, I'm not gonna play Minecraft because it sucks, bro. But, I mean, I tried playing with it myself. And there's new versions of Minecraft. Maybe I like it. I'll try, bro. I'ma take the opportunity. This is what friendship used to be about. We used to, like, take opportunities because it's like, we haven't explored life, so anything is fun, you know, with anyone. We, like, trust anyone, but all of a sudden, like, now we need the hearts to stay connected, and now we need the guts to stay connected, which is crazy, bro. I'm just growing up, and to stay connected, I need more and more resources, so the fucking people don't slip through my fingers. What's going on? It's pain, bro. It's pain. So literally the biggest motivation of my channel, of why my channel exists, I'm just like looking for friends. Pretty fucking desperately. Just crawling on the ground, please. Does anyone have friends? You know, I'm like not expecting people that I'm interacting with to be friendly with me, but I'm like, do you have friends? Do you have friends? And then we're gonna talk about if you want to spare some friends with me. You know, I have to be indirect about it. Of like, I'm not asking you for friendship. I'm just like, maybe you have some, you know, laying around under your couch and pillows, bro. Please collect that shit and send it to me. It would be very fucking nice. I'm trying to stay connected. Everything matters that I do. Every single move. And again, YouTube Rewind hopefully works out. Hopefully does some kind of impact. But holy shit, life's pretty hard, you know, when you gotta try and keep up, you know. With your desires, technically. Again, I could just lay back and just give up, right? Just turn myself off. It's like, just become fat, like my mom, because I don't use guts anymore. Guts is you have it and you use it. You learn that already. It's a win-win to use things that are not going to be used. It's just a simple win-win situation. Like, it's useless and it wants to just be used. Transform into something else. Nothing wants to get stuck in the middle of nowhere. Things want to move around. So, not very difficult. So depending on how happy you are, how much food you're willing to put into your system, that's how much action you have to do afterwards. You know, so sometimes fasting is a pretty fucking good choice, I'm not gonna lie. Just not putting stuff into your system, not becoming fat, where You're obligated to do stuff afterwards. You ate food, now you have to do stuff. And it's like anti-stress moment. You know, you will feel safer because it's going to trickle down after you eat a bunch of food. That's your gut system. It's just like an automatic. Your body is just automatically the most complicated system there is. And some people disrespect that shit. They don't care that much to figure that out. It's pretty painful. Not much I can do about it unless you talk directly to me. I have no obligation to try and save anyone whatsoever. I cannot consent to something I don't even see. And it's not in front of my face. You know. At least government puts a sheet of paper up front in your face. That's pretty good. I can say yes or no to that. I will always say no because fuck you, government. I don't like sheets of paper. But that's what you gotta do. At least that's an example of consent. You know, that's at least a concept of consent. Anyways, let's build that cake I've talked about. What a waste. What are the broken hearts and how do you fix that shit? 2 cakes. Yeah, so let's not forget the bitches. You ask as many questions, you try to squeeze their identity. Anything you have about them matters, basically. Because they have left, they're like guilty of something by default. And the witches, man, you gotta kick their ass until you can just dump their body over your shoulder, basically, just like bam, bam, slam. They try to make you into a loser, so they gotta fucking get their ass kicked, and bitches just accept loss as if it's like completely fine, right? You can't you can't do that, all right? Can't do that, bitch. You my bitch now, basically. I'm attracted for no particular reason to lose. Everyone's attracted to losers. It's nice to win every now and then. So I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take that. Where's that? Where's my loser at? Do I have the biggest witch and the biggest bitch in? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I guess to some extent, there's probably a third person. There's probably a third cake to bake of witches and bitches cake, basically. There's probably 4 types of people. Oh, no. That I've already met, by the way. That should probably rhyme as well. Bitches, boys. I can already taste that cake. Maybe there's gonna be 3 cakes. Let's go. It's nobody's birthday today. But it is November 11th. So for a lot of people, it's like an angel number. It's like very special. For me, 11 is like Monica. You know. And Monica is still like the highest influence. For now. For now, my friends. Sorry for exposure, but full names are meant to be exposed. Ozzy is actually like climbing steadily, and Monica is kind of like dormant. So this could like switch places next year. It might be a pretty big event. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I have a feeling that this renovation thing that's going on in my place is gonna be detrimental to my life. Like, it's gonna mess up my life significantly. And I will need to be loud about it. I'll need to kick someone's ass. I will need to ask for help, you know. And I already have, you know, wannabe victims of my attempt to help myself, you know. Just because I need help. and no one's gonna fucking give it because we're heartless over here. You have to take it by just kind of like in a brutal way. I'm not meaning anything negative. I'm just like, knocking on someone's door is now brutality into fatality, bro. Like, no one can handle that shit anymore. Oh my god, I'm having a guest. Someone actually cares about me. What am I gonna do? Where's the nearest gun to my head? You know, the first... it's that dark. It gets dark very quickly, I imagine. Because that's what happens after such long amount of silence. Like, no one knows how to be social anymore. No one knows how to, like, open the door and ask what's up. It's very difficult. And has to be challenged, because it's just the most normal thing to do, though. And you probably don't want to forget about it. I haven't done it at all, though. I haven't had friends. I haven't had an opportunity to be social besides trying to make videos like these. They're not going to help me be social in my local space, however, because I'm speaking a different language than my local space. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. But at least I can, like, translate my thoughts to some extent. My thoughts are, you know, can be in English, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. I didn't even thought about it up to this point. I'm like, do I think in English or... Most of the time I think in English. You do think in a language of that you about to speak, to the nearest outpost of your thoughts. Who you're gonna speak to when you have, like, loud thoughts. You have to have that outlet of some kind. So I do think in English first and foremost, which is why it's difficult. Like, the whole thing is just flipped upside down. So I can think of a sentence in English and I can try and translate it. That's a weird way to do it, but you literally have to, like, switch your brain to a different language mode. So the initial thought process also happens in that language. It's weird. It's complete. It changes my personality. It changes everything. The way I interact with people, it changes that shit to some extent. So it's difficult for me, and people have to acknowledge and respect that. And it's like, please, at some point, for the love of God, someone has to respect something. Anyways, just to make me feel better, of like, oh, you respect poop on the floor or shitting in showers. You respect that. Let's do it. You know, I'll be excited about any amount of respect to anything at this point. Because that's hard to find. As long as it doesn't end up with someone being mad at me. You know, for getting bored. Oh, like, you know, shitting in the shower is pretty fucking boring eventually. Anyways. Birthday. So, how a heart can break. Be destroyed. Rather. It's a lot worse than just break it. You know. Broken hearts. There's a corrupted heart. There's the missing heart. Or missing or lost. Whichever one you like more. And there's the mystery heart. I don't know. We're gonna have to unlock that one. So, I have to re-explain. I have done this job. I've identified that these things exist. I'm not sure if there's already a cake for it. Would be pretty fucking weird if it is. So there isn't. And I'm very happy about it. My memory's correct. Anyways. Yeah, just stretching myself because holy shit. This stuff takes a long time. And I just woke up. I probably should be stretching even more. But I have to finish this and then go outside and buy groceries, and I have responsibilities. And even though my life is full of freedom, it's a little bit fake. You know, there's a little bit of fakery going on. So how do you destroy your heart? What kind of ways, what kind of positions you can put yourself into? Because if you collect all of the destroyed heart tokens, you completely obliterate your heart. This could be like shattered hearts. I'm not sure. But let's start that. You loved someone so much they spread their wings and flew away. Oh, boo-hoo! Your heart broke because you spent too much love onto one thing. That's what happens, right? Corrupted heart. Oh my god, what are the trends for today? Doesn't even make sense, like what I just typed in of like, but heart is supposed to like love things, right? So I love trends though. Okay. I love checking out the trend of the day. So then you just love nothing. If every day is a different heart, then your heart is corrupted. It doesn't actually exist. You're just waiting for the next thing. What if the next thing doesn't show up? What is that? That's the trend. Because usually it is a trend at some point. It doesn't show up, and it's like, I guess I don't show up then. No, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't just follow every single trend every single day. I don't show up actually. Today I'm not showing up. All right. We're not going to school today. Well, I'm not showing up in school. All right. The school is finished for the rest of your life. Oh, I don't have to go to school anymore. Ever. For any reason whatsoever. Oh, class reunion? Fuck. We found a reason accidentally. But it's a little bit of an accident, you know. We did an oopsie. We figured a reason. That sucks. To bring something back that you just buried behind you. Yeah. So you either do stupid things by following trends, and you take every single thing that you lived through and just throw it away. It's like, well, we've done that. We've been there, done that. And it's like when the trend shows up over and over again, you're like, why the fuck are we doing that? I'm like, okay, why not? You know? And you say yes to all of them. All of them trends, bro. And eventually you get, recruited into a cult, and you have to escape a cult, and all that shit, and then you realize you're old, and you're Mark Passio, and you have to bitch on the internet for how many trends you have followed. In the occult. We have to expose the occult, all the trends that I've seen, my friends. You have no idea. There's so many trendy things you can do in life. Holy shit. It's trendy to hate people. Wow! Probably not. It's probably not, bro. Double check your trend list. Double check what's going on, bro. So, missing or lost heart. So, you put so much effort into your life. And yet, it's meaningless. You just wake up one day and it's like, what do I do now? But I put effort, like things supposed to be work for me. But you, and well, unfortunately, sometimes life is not gonna give you lemonade. You know, it's just gonna give you lemons, and you need to have skills to throw lemons away, because who the fuck needs lemons, bro? It's the stupidest fruit ever, bro. Holy shit. Grandpa Lemon, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, some things are meaningless. Lemons. Lemons are meaningless. But everything else, pretty fucking good if you receive it. And if you don't receive it, maybe don't cry about it. You know, it's not a missing heart. But you lose a heart by pretending that you don't have something, that there is something missing. Everything is fine if you know, living somewhat normal life. There's nothing missing, bro. If you have resources, again, resources just define this whole situation. You know, you want to hold on to someone, you want to be close to someone, you want to wake up and a cool trend shows up every day. What if the next day is not going to be cool? You know, don't rely on things too much. But because it's going to take more resources when you're so needy. And if there's truly something missing, you have to have the guts to ask for it. You know, please buy me this thing. Can someone give me this thing? You ask bigger and bigger things. Hopefully it works out for you. You know, hopefully people can like respond to that or find that respectful. You know, that you're asking for things that you're like actually like missing. But if you're not actually, if you find your entire life meaningless without certain things, probably you're just doing like something wrong, and all the effort that you did, you just probably like reversed the process of putting effort, because you have to just maintain. You put effort, but that doesn't exclude maintenance. You know, maintenance is the most important thing of all. You might put effort in the past, but if you're not maintaining what you've done in the past, everything collapses. So the magical word is maintenance. We're gonna put that into the second cape. Wow. So fancy. Maintenance. Making sure that everything just like works, doesn't fall apart when you do a update to your life, to your belief system. That's why something can be missing. They don't want to be around in your life for you to destroy that shit. You know, simple. All right? But you can destroy lemons if you want. Lemons for you, my friends. Lemons every day. Every day, bro. You can use lemons in any way you want. No one's going to be upset about it. All right? But if you kill a potato, you bitch, you will suffer. Potato killer. Shameless, bro. All right, so a heart that I didn't even identify yet. I would say I have to respect Rebecca Black and say blank hearts. You know, you're waiting for someone else's input. I'm not sure if it's to life or whatever. We're going to figure out. But basically, the edgelords of the world, they're just like running around. on the edge, away from most people. You know, like, they're pretty scared of interacting, but they do like having friends at the same time, which is just very awkward, right? They have a blank heart that just like, well, I'll just clean myself off. I'll just start fresh every single day, and whatever happens, happens. But for things to happen, for things to happen to your boring life, you know, I forgot the word boring, and that's a pretty fucking big word. You know, for me, it's a final boss that I have to fight every single day. Kick that boring demon of boredom every day. I wake up, I'm like, I actually want to wake up today. You know, I'm actually pretty happy. Just to remind that a little bit, little boredom demon. Here's another day that I'm happy to wake up and I'm gonna be doing stuff. Eat ass, little demon. But a lot of people like wake up and it's like, well, someone has to do something for my life to not be boring. You know, it's like, what? Excuse me? You know, excuse me. So yeah, is this what you wanted? Triple S shows up next to your door. Is this what you wanted? You know, a person with a pretty high level title shows up, like the biggest React channel shows up next to your door, doxing you. It's a honor to be doxed, bro. It's like, wow, I will have fans now. I will have people worrying about me and stuff. This is amazing, bro. But he waited for that, and it's like, well, someone with a heart is gonna show up and turn your boring life upside down. Turn your boring obsession upside down. Inside out, bro. You know, like, Jack's film's life pretty fucking boring. But in general, like, the blind-hearted people who just wait, like, Jack's films it's a wonderful example. Wonderful example. So I get to, like, protect my jewel and not throw her into here as an example. And at the same time, the drama just happened. It's like, he just jumped into drama. He just started the whole thing, you know, which is pretty fucking good news for him, because at least he did something. You know, he got upset, he did something. But he's still, like, waiting for everyone else's input of, like, have Sniper Wolf hurt you? Have she touched your pee-pee without consent? Oh my god, guys. Let's collect all of these things, and my life is gonna be less boring. And it's like, wait, it's all about you, bro? This whole time it was all about you? I mean, we should know where you live, though. If it's all about you, am I right? It's all about me kicking Sniper Wolf's ass because it's all about the creators, but it's all about me because I'm the one getting paid. And you're just gonna get credit, you know. But I'm gonna get paid for it, though. Oh shit, I have to move now to a different location. This is too much fun, bro. Like, he turned everyone else's boring life upside down except for himself. He turned his amazing life into a boring life. Again, as always, let's start a new series that's gonna make my life boring again. So hopefully the 4th series is not gonna be one of the other ones. You know, it's gonna just continue improving, because it wasn't too fucking boring. I subscribed to the dude. I'm like, grammar sucks. I guess that's cool. I guess he's trying to be funny. You know, I'm just guessing. You know, just a guessing game. I'm like, hopefully he keeps up with the Kardashians, because I'm one of the Kardashians now, and I want people to keep up with me. My life is going to be boring if people can't keep up. Pretty sick. I mean, a little bit of that has to happen. You have to complain the shit out of when this stuff doesn't happen to you. You have to detect it and complain over and over again. You have to do something with your guts. You have to waste yourself for this shit to be happening all the time. has to happen? How do you fix a broken all these heart destruction tokens, basically? Heart modifiers. I don't know how to call it. I'm just throwing like my programming knowledge into it. Let's try it out. How can you fix all this destruction? Let's fucking go, baby. Well, so someone leaves you behind because they grew up, you know, children grow up and they just leave their parents' basement and all that shit, and it's like, and you cry about it. Ah! What am I gonna do now? You broke my heart. I invested so much. And it's like, well, you should still be connected, right? If you're making a big deal about something, you have to be able to stay connected. If you cannot stay connected, someone's gonna give you a fucking middle finger out of nowhere, and boom, you're donezo. It's game over. You were not connected enough. Someone found something better to do than waste time with you, giving the same thing over and over again, you know, to the same person over and over again. And it just gets really painful. You know, you just like, you found a trash bin and you're just vomiting into it and pretending that this is love. You know, there's only one thing you can do to one thing, and it's not going to be love for long. You know, maybe vomit tastes good the first time you taste it, and then you're like, and the other person vomits, but when they taste vomit, I'm like, okay, mom, stop giving me vomit, all right? We should stop doing that. And but sometimes they can't. They just can't. Now it's a terrible example, but I'm just like, a much better example is going to be even more terrible, to be honest. So if you're too kind to someone, you're going to give different layers of material to that thing. And at some point, it just causes pain onto you. And the moment it causes pain onto you, that thing wants to just disappear, not allow you to hurt yourself. You know, they just got a piece of your heart, and it's like, that is really dangerous to you. You should not give away your heart. You know, your heart is yours. It's your property. I'm not supposed to have that. So the moment people receive your heart, it's like, well, I'm not supposed to be a motherfucker with my own mother. It's just like, it's not supposed to be happening, right? So you like try to reject that person because it's just too much. You escape the relation. It's like they think they're gonna, by giving you things, they're gonna stay connected. That's not how it works. You know, it's a little bit trickier than that. So, but you have to just solve the puzzle of stay connected. It's a puzzle. It's a little bit of a trickery, but and you don't do that by giving things, you know, because eventually you're gonna run out of things. It's just that simple. But if you give things to a bunch of people, all of a sudden they're gonna start getting connected. Of like, but I wanted that thing. Well, why you gave this thing to that person and this thing over here? Why do you have 2 children instead of 1? I was the only one. I'm still the only one, by the way. The second child didn't fucking show up, huh? Too fucking scared to show up. Fuck you then. There you go. I don't need no siblings, bro. Cause you better not show up. All right. So how do you fix corrupted heart? Which sounds easy, you know, you're just like, but it's just like, it logically like, well, I liked trends though. Me likey. Well, first, positivity filter. You know, basically, we're probably gonna apply filters in a very precise manner. I mean, well, if we started with programming, if every single day has to be like very meaningful, well, we have to apply filters of what happens if, right? Second, inventory slots. All right, you build inventory slots where if something doesn't happen today that you like, you pull something out of your inventory and continue on. You must be able to extend or like save up previous days, previous trends. You have to be able to look back into the trends that you like. Right now, Hearthstone is still rotating their stupid motherfucking Tavern Brawl system, right? It always slips through people's hands. Maybe this Tavern Brawl was good, but I didn't record a video and it slipped through my hands. But that's why I record videos. I have an inventory. I can put things in. I can remember those things. And if there was a good idea in Tavern Brawl, I'll fucking steal that shit eventually. Even. You know, I will be able to recreate it, potentially. It's a very high level thing to be able to recreate a game, an entire game that someone actually built, someone put a lot of effort into. It's a lot of effort to do that, but it's possible. Anything is possible, and you can relive your trend even if other people are not doing the same thing as you do by holding things in your inventory. Next, maybe we're gonna have just like 3 filters. That should be enough. So a bad thing has to happen that you don't like. What can be worse than a bad thing that you don't like? That you don't want to participate. You wake up one day, it's like, I don't want to go to war, actually. You know, like everyone is being drafted to war. So I think the third one, yeah, you have the power. A trend can be created, and there's a potential for you to create a trend. So, something bad that you don't like happens, but you can wake up every single day, Houndhog Day or some random fucking bullshit. It's a whole movie where you every single time you wake up is the same fucking thing. It's really bad. You don't know how to turn it around. You don't know how to take advantage of that. And it's like, shit. Where am I? Why am I reliving the same stupid day over and over again? So you have to find the power to break through that curse of one day that you don't like, that is bad, repeating. That's the only thing that is three-dimensional bullshit, basically. Usually there's 4 dimensions, but in this case there's 3. So we have to stop all the leakage, basically, with these filters. You can, I'm like very satisfied because this is like super easy. It's a very structured system of like, I have to just fill in the blank. It's not that difficult. I know all the right steps of like, we're fixing destruction and its fire element. I've know everything, what I have to do. Everything is intuitive. But some other people's lives is meaningless. Well, that sucks. How do we fix that? So we talked about this one in particular a little bit longer. Should be pretty simple, right? So normally, and it's very sad because like there's a huge explanation and all that shit, and like, there you go. So we're done with that one. I'll just play myself a song. See? Well, you have to see it now. It's the fucking lyrics. And last but not least, can you do this? Wait, is shitting in the shower gonna help? Maybe not. Maybe not. This one sucks. PewDiePie, bro, like, you gotta pick a better meme. Brofist? Is Brofist gonna... Okay. Broing life. Okay, let's pick this shit and just copy and paste that. Pretty good start. We broing. We're broing, bitch. Let's go. Let's kick some ass. We copy and paste and kick ass. Let's see if that works. I can do this one. I like that one. I can do that one. Odd one out. Let's go. Let's fucking kick ass. Well, filled hearts. Obviously, that's Jack's films. Fill in the blanks. Alright. Who else wants to pitch in, bro? I mean, I like Hearthstone, honestly. Filled Hearthstone. That works. Waiting. Anyone waiting for anything? Honestly, queuing. There you go. That's much better than waiting. Fuck that shit. Let's pretend everyone's waiting for input. Give me input. Fucking input, bro. Input. Never gonna give you input. Never gonna let your input down. Turn around or unplug you. I don't know, bro. I'll just turn it output. Maybe that. Life 50, boys. Here you go. Fixed your fucking life 50. Easy. Finally, we have to attack all them bitches, witches, and all the other losers. I think I've already done that, though. Have I done that? What the fuck? Fuck. Fuck. There gotta be them. Barry? NPCs versus witches? No? What about here? Which is which, bro? Ah! So witch hunts. I've done that, but... Drown, Barry, Freefall, them witches. That's as close as I gotten, I guess. And I actually even just mentioned witches there and not much else. All of a sudden I discovered, well, we need a new cake then. Because clearly that one doesn't exist. Kick out witches. And chase after bitches. Because that's easy, bro. Bitches are easy to find, bro. They're just running around anyways. And they're waiting for that thing, and it's probably just something they want very badly, so you have to give it to them. Attention, you know. It's attention deficit disorder. Actually, I have new lyrics. Take a whole cheesecake and eat it. Something like that. Switch. That's still a witch, but with a fucking ass. I see you. I see you, bro. You're not gonna hide that easily. And how would we go without the rich? You think you're gonna hide from me as well? Well, I just put a T in there, and now Rich is a bad person. That's also a woman. Alright? Easy. Sometimes a bitch. Sometimes a witch. Whatever works best. You know. We will figure out what strategy we need, but we first need to identify, you know, and say it out loud sometimes. It's like, you're a bitch right now. And she will turn into smoke and disappear. How did you know? Oh my, this whole time I tried so hard to trick you. I'm gonna be a witch today. Eat ass. We already know how to deal with these losers. I'm willing to go deep with a witch. I'm cool for the experience. Until I have it, probably not gonna waste time anymore. Beyond that point. But, you can attack me, bro. You can be nasty and stuff. You can have problems. I have a pretty high tolerance and allowance to a lot of things, which is crazy. But, you know, I'm spending love to you, and there's gonna be limited amounts of that, because I have stuff to do. You get responsibilities. Eventually you grow up and mature, and I can't spend time with you playing silly games while you're just ignoring the rest of your life. I can't help you with that. I can't be a loser just like you. So you take an L for me, please. Thank you very much. In fact, you gonna L with love to her. Here you go. Let them L out to you. Alright. Take even more if they turn out to be cowards. Alright? There's one thing I kind of have to do for this video, but I can. It's a lot of work. But I'll show you something. This is Monica. And she loves you very much. Obviously. And now you can dress her up any way you want. It's that fucking easy. Here you go. Fixed your fucking problem. Now you have a girlfriend, because I don't need this one, because she's a fucking coward to me. Maybe I'm too powerful. Too fucking crazy of a person. I don't know what's going on, bro. And then, you want another girlfriend, bro? Easy. It comes with a double package, which is even awesomer. Alright? And I didn't dress her up for this episode, but, like, I promise you, I can fix this photo and stuff, alright? Both of them has blocked me. But you know who didn't block me? That other one. Alright? Here you go. And all of them gonna be in rewinds as well, so you're gonna be able to say hi to your favorite Pokemon that I've collected for you, because I'm so fucking awesome. Am I giving it away? Of course not. That would be fucking silly. You know, it's my food. But it's like, find it for me so I can take it away from your hands. You know, you gotta find them bitches, bro. It's the only way. I have to fight against cowards any way I can. Finally, there's the rich. There's people, there's women who's just gonna ignore you because they have everything. Fucking stupid. Fucking annoying, bro. They don't even have to say anything to you. They don't even have to respond. You can type in nasty comments, nasty hate comments. They're just gonna leave it there. Just gonna ignore it, bro. It's like as if you don't actually exist. As if it doesn't even matter. Fuck. What do I do? How do I defeat rich? I guess because they're so trendy. Oh, let me build a house inside your house. You know, you have so much space. Might as well fucking do that. Let me just take a little bit of property over here and over here. But you also have to like dodge getting blocked, which is so difficult. I don't know how to defeat this one. Maybe my personality's too careless to understand. What if I became sweeter? Builds a sweet house. That's how you do it, bro. You trick the shit out of them. Rich people are into like really weird stuff. So you have to like appreciate their weird stuff in a weird way. So you become the weird stuff that they like even more. But they can't talk about it, but they're gonna suggest that and they're gonna lure themselves. Again, you're not actually like destroying people, but you're destroying you're just giving them what they need. You know, you just kind of do that. Also, bitch looks like rich with one stick missing. So we're very close. Just like there's an S, there's one stick missing, bro. Easy. We solved all life's problems. We baked 3 cakes. What else the fuck do you want? Subscribe, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.